When you reach your 60s, something subtle but powerful starts to happen. You begin to ask yourself, who will truly stand beside me when the noise of life quiets down? When the daily busyness fades and you're left with yourself and your thoughts, who will you be able to count on? In your younger years, the answer felt easy. Your family, your spouse, your closest lifelong friends. But as the decades pass, reality shifts. People move away. Loved ones pass on. Even your own children, though they love you, have lives pulling them in countless directions. So what do? Do you wait and hope others will always be there? Or do you build something stronger, something no one can take away from you? Today, on the Silver Library, we're diving deep into 6 powerful pillars that will stand beside you long after others grow distant. These are the foundations that give you independence, peace, and resilience as you age. Stay with me until the end, because the last pillar is the one most people overlook, and it may just change the way you approach the next chapter of your life. Let's begin. Pillar 1. Financial freedom. Not financial dependence. No matter how much love your family gives you, no one wants to be a financial burden. And yet, too many people enter their later years hoping someone else will help them stay afloat. Here's the truth. Financial freedom isn't about being wealthy. It's about having enough to sleep peacefully at night. It's knowing that when life throws a curveball, an unexpected medical bill, home repair, or economic downturn, you won't need to scramble or borrow. Think about Eleanor, a 67-year-old widow. She spent her life raising kids and supporting her husband's career. When he passed, she realized she'd never learned how to manage her own finances. For a while, she depended on her children for guidance, but eventually, she took control. She learned budgeting, downsized her home, and found part-time work she enjoyed. Today, she's proud to say her finances are her own, and no one else's responsibility. So ask yourself, do I have a plan for emergencies? Am I financially organized? Do I know where my money goes each month? If you feel uncertain, start learning today. There are countless free resources, libraries, workshops, and yes, channels like this one that can guide you toward financial peace, because your independence is worth it. Every penny of it. Pillar 2. Protect your health. Protect your freedom. We all know this, yet we often ignore it. Your body is your most loyal companion or your worst enemy. After 60, your health determines what your days look like. Will you travel, garden, laugh with friends? Or will you spend your days shuffling from one doctor's appointment to the next, limited by pain and exhaustion? Meet George. At 70, he was facing heart issues and joint pain. But instead of surrendering to the medications and decline, he made a simple rule: 20 minutes of walking every morning, vegetables on every plate, and enough sleep to feel rested. 3 years later, his doctors were amazed. He didn't reverse his age, but he dramatically improved his quality of life. Here's what we forget: nobody can take care of your health for you. Your family might remind you to take your pills, but they can't make you move your body. They can't drink water for you. They can't stop you from lighting that cigarette or skipping your checkups. Taking control of your health is one of the most powerful acts of independence you'll ever make. Start small. Walk, stretch, rest well, and choose better foods, one meal at a time. You don't have to be perfect, you just have to be consistent. If this resonates with you, type "health is wealth" in the comments below to show you're taking that step today. Pillar 3. Build a social circle that energizes you as the years pass. One of the greatest dangers isn't illness, it's isolation. Loneliness can sneak into your life quietly. Friends move away, neighbors get busy, loved ones grow distant. Before you realize it, entire days pass without meaningful conversation. You might think, well, my children will visit. But life happens. Jobs, grandkids, long distances, these things get in the way, even with the best intentions. That's why it's essential to build your own village of connection. Look at Helen. After retiring at 65, she realized her friend group had shrunk dramatically. Instead of waiting for someone to knock on her door, she joined a local volunteer group, signed up for art classes, and even started hosting tea gatherings at her home once a month. Now at 74, her calendar is full of laughter, connection, and purpose. Whether it's a walking group, a hobby club, or simply reaching out to neighbors, build relationships that make life richer. Don't wait for people to invite you in. Be the one who reaches out. Social connections don't just fill your time, they fill your heart. Pillar 4. Lifelong learning keeps you young. Your mind needs exercise just like your body does. The people who stay sharp and joyful well into their 70s, 80s, and beyond are often the ones who never stop learning. That doesn't mean going back to school. It could mean learning a new recipe, mastering a smartphone app, reading a history book, or practicing a new language. Take Manuel, 75, who taught himself digital photography during the pandemic. What started as a hobby became a passion. Now, he spends his afternoons taking portraits of local families, bringing joy to himself and his community. When you keep learning, you remind yourself and the world that your story isn't finished. If you've been curious about something, now is the time. Sign up for that class. Download that audiobook. Ask your grandkids to show you how to use that new gadget. Your mind is still capable of growth. Feed it well. Pillar 5. Emotional resilience, the quiet strength within life after 60 comes with joys but also losses. Friends pass on, health challenges emerge, and sometimes loneliness creeps in. The difference between sinking and rising. Emotional resilience. Resilience is the quiet voice that says, "This too shall pass." It's the ability to feel sadness but not be consumed by it. To feel alone but not forgotten. You build resilience by practicing gratitude, by embracing change, and by letting go of bitterness from the past. Think of Clara, 80 years old. She lost her husband and 3 close friends within 5 years. But instead of closing her heart, she wrote letters to each of her grandchildren, sharing life lessons. She planted flowers in her yard as a tribute to those she lost. And in doing so, she turned grief into meaning. Resilience doesn't erase pain, but it gives you a way to move forward through it. If you're struggling today, please know you are not alone. And every day is a chance to rebuild. Pillar 6. A purpose that lights your way. And finally, the pillar that gives meaning to all the others. Purpose. Purpose is what gets you out of bed when no one else is watching. It's the reason you keep going when life feels quiet or uncertain. Purpose doesn't have to be grand. It could be tending to your garden, mentoring someone younger, or volunteering your time. Purpose is found where your passion meets service, where what you love to do helps the people around you. Harold, 77, found his purpose in mentoring at-risk youth in his town. Every Wednesday afternoon, you'll find him at the community center sharing stories, playing chess, and offering life advice. He says, "They think I'm helping them, but the truth is they saved me." What gives your life meaning today? What small act makes you feel needed and alive? If you don't have an answer yet, that's okay. Start by looking for what excites your heart. Purpose finds you when you seek it with an open mind. So there you have it. 6 pillars stronger than any one person can be. Your financial stability, your health, your social circle, your curious mind, your emotional resilience, and your sense of purpose to build these pillars. And you will never face a storm without shelter again. Family and friends are beautiful blessings, but they cannot be your only foundation. You owe it to yourself to create a life where you are steady, fulfilled, and free. If this video spoke to you today, leave a comment below and let me know which pillar you're working on next. And don't forget to subscribe to the Silver Library for more wisdom to help you thrive in every chapter of your life. Until next time, stay strong, stay curious, and keep writing your story.